Hello, this is Eurovoix, live from the Turquoise carpet. My name is James. The artists are going to be coming here in just a few minutes, and here is what they said to us. It's Eurovoix on the Turquoise carpet with the men in blue. It is Joost Klein from the Netherlands. I wanted to just ask you one question, which is, you've been so open about your relationship with your parents in the past and the way you wanted to honour them with this song and the message of this song. What do you think they would say to you if they see you perform this in the final? What do you think their first words would be? Probably deep.
Ha 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 ha. No, for real, I think they will be very proud. It's a very magical feeling that I'm feeling right now already after the rehearsals, and I can't even imagine what I will feel after the final. I'm daring to say it.
Daring to say it. Confident enough.
Yes, I have to be. Because I'm trying to tell a story. We're doing it for the kids, and I'm trying to give some hope to the world, contribute something after all these years of just making memes.
Well, we are all listening to the story. Joost Klein, a quick 12 points to the Netherlands.
12 points to the Netherlands! Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hello, Raven. This is James from Eurovoix. I wanted to ask you just one question, which is, you've gone on about with the song Veronica, the story of this magical woman from previous years, but I wanted to know, what is the story you want to tell by going to this contest? What's the story this whole team behind you wants to tell by being here?
I don't know, you have to ask them what they want to tell, but I think Veronica is just kind of a role model for anyone that maybe just feels misjudged or out of place, and I think that's why her story is still very relevant today.
Thank you so much. We're super excited and so happy to hear.
Brilliant. So your song is called Uzun Lapa, which means roughly take it with you in English. What is the one thing you want the fans watching your performance to take with them?
Sizin mahnınız deyir, özünlə apar, mahnınızın izləyiciləri hara aparmasını, yəni özləriyle mahnınızdan nə aparacaq izləyicilər? Bunu nə kimi təcrübə edirsiniz?
To the paradise with your inner world, with harmony with yourself. That means.
Özləriyle bizim bir belə deyək, sözümüzü çatdırmaq üçün bir məqsəd var. O da ki, insanlara bir-birinə sevgi aparsınlar, bir-birinə sevgi ötürsünlər. Yəni həyat əslində sevgi üzərində qurulub və bu sevginin bir-birinə çatdırsınlar, xoşbəxt olsunlar, xoşbəxt yaşasınlar.
The world is built with love, and the world is created by love. So we want everyone to kind of get this message and take that with them and spread it over, so that they are focused more on love more than anything else.
Now that you're here, what is the one thing that you've learned most so far from the experience, from everything? Wide question, isn't it?
What is the meaning of life? Can you answer that?
42 is the answer, and usually.
No, it's really getting to actually experience those values of Eurovision that we always have heard about: diversity, inclusion, united by music. And you heard those terms, but now we actually been experiencing it firsthand. And that has been a tremendous door opener and just like a heart opener for us. That this is part of the music industry that is so much more open, warmer, including, and there's a whole different relation, just like with the media and like the artists and the arrangers. We're all in it together, and it's not. You don't have that sort of false pretentiousness that you can have in the regular music industry.
Yeah.
You know, this is more just like we're having fun together, and the core value is it is music and the experience of music. When you listen to music, you're not thinking, you're dancing, you're experiencing, and when you're not thinking, you're not judging, you're not separating, you're not doing all that dumb stuff, right? We're just sharing and experiencing music together.
Which is the value. And music is all about emotion. Gunhild, for you specifically, how are you keeping that incredible voice of yours ready for that moment on Thursday where it all opens up and it's like the world stops when you sing?
I trust myself and I trust my body.
I'm here with Nebulosa. Hola to you both. The one question I wanted to ask you is, as a couple in real life, do you ever get to a situation where you feel you have to separate the work from everything else, or is that not something you ever ask yourselves?
Vale, como pareja, ¿crees que tiene, o sea, te influye el hecho de que seamos pareja y que tienes que separar el trabajo de la pareja estando aquí en estos momentos?
No, porque es algo que es lo que hemos hecho comúnmente y creo que es lo que hacemos habitualmente, ¿no? Estar juntos en las grabaciones y quitando que en el trabajo estamos unas horas separados, pero estamos siempre juntos.
No, it's not a problem really, because in our lives we have our own business. I work in my recording studio, and she has an aesthetic and spa center, and for us this experience is so it makes grown our relation.
Kalispera, Cilia. Now that you've had the chance to represent Cyprus, to go to Cyprus, as someone who grew up in Cyprus for a number of years, what is the one thing that you want people to know about Cyprus? Something that people don't know?
Wow, that's great. I can't believe you grew up there. That's amazing. This was my first time in a long time coming back to Cyprus. I don't actually remember my first time. I was very young. But I just wanted to let you guys know how beautiful it is there, how stunning it is, and how lovely the people are. So, yeah, it's a beautiful country. You guys should visit for sure. It's an experience of a lifetime.
Definitely. And now you're in Sweden, opening the whole contest up. Is that an honour or is that more pressure? Which is the thing that you feel more?
It's an honour for sure. I think it's a great experience. It's going to be great. We're going to have so much fun, and we're going to come out with a bang.
So your staging has all of those microphones around the central platform, and there's been a lot of talk at this contest, a lot of people maybe trying to put a narrative on what's going on. So I'm wondering, what is the narrative you want to tell at this contest? What do you want to say?
I wanted to stay coherent with the video clip, and it's pretty simple, you know, and it's like that since day one. I was like, if I'm doing Eurovision, I don't want to pull all the strings. I just want a clear line, something really simple, really graphic, and all these mics on the platform, it's the symbol of the choir. You know, for me, it's all these invisible souls, people that we hear at the end of the song, this massive choir. It's all these mics is these people, it's these voices from all around the world, because the song, for the song I asked to a lot of people around the world to send me their vocals, so there's a lot of different accent in it, and it was a pretty strong symbol for me to be unified by music, you know. I took the slogan literally. So yeah, the platform, the mics, it's really all these vocals, it's representing the choir, and for me, I didn't want to have too many informations on stage, like not too many, just one graphic thing, and keep the focus on me, on my storyline, and that's it.
So in the middle, what is the story you want to tell for yourself at this contest?
The story at first started like from my heart, very personal, because I thought about my children, my family. You know, it's very. But now I feel that it's a bigger message. It's about you, me, all of us. It's about find this beauty and happiness in the middle, because to connect with your beautiful side, with your inner self, with your soul, and love.
Yeah. And since you've got to Eurovision, we know you've had to adapt the performance, given that your violinists are not here for other reasons. How has that process been, and do you feel you found a good adaptation of the performance for Eurovision?
Of course, and I'm really happy with that, because the stage is huge, and I thought that animation video that we work on, it's really good for this stage. It's better than just 5 people on stage with violinists.
I wanted to just ask you one question, which is, at Eurovision there is a lot of talk that goes around the contest, a lot of talk about what you mean, what the song is about and all of that, but I think it's important to say, what do you want to say at the contest this year? What's the one thing you want people to know about you?
Well, when I go on stage, the only thing that I want to take with me is my freedom. It's very important for me to show to people of my age and to women and to everyone that I'm happy to be there, and I'm happy to say whatever I want to say. So it's very important to be free on stage, and that's my message.
Pedestal, I mean, you've said that the backing dancers are representing the different stages of grief. They're right here in the shot. They look fabulous, as do you. Since you've been on the Eurovision circuit, what do you think doing Pedestal and this staging has actually taught you about grief? How do you view it now compared to how you did before?
Interesting. That's a good question. I think what it taught me is to be very busy, to be honest, because I have been really busy lately, and you have to process stuff really quickly when you are in a very high tempo. So that's what I've been taught.
We spoke to you a few days ago, really, before the rehearsals went into kind of a high gear. What's the thing you've most learned from the rehearsal process?
I think is like working as a team and making sure you are hydrated, that you are happy with what you're like seeing, and speaking when you have to speak, because obviously if you're not happy with something you should speak about it. Yeah,
definitely. And then grito, of course, is part of that classic Portuguese tradition of music, that different sound that the country seems to bring every year. How proud are you of the Portuguese music tradition, and where do you think grito fits in with that?
I think it's really important to make sure that your tradition doesn't get lost somewhere, and I think it's really cool to how do I say this, to transform everything into new things, and I think that's a lot of, I don't know, it takes a lot of time and effort for you to, and also like respect to change the tradition. So I'm super happy to be part of it, and I can't wait to do more and to experience more of changing my culture. Yeah.
So you have combined both a ballad and sort of this very humorous persona on social media. How do you flip between those? I mean, I remember asking you before in London that when you get to the stage, you turn it on. But which is the more natural mode for you?
Well, are you having a laugh?
What do you mean? Come on.
You have to have a laugh, you know.
Yeah.
You have to laugh. And when it comes to those 3 minutes, I'm going to be dead serious, tell my story. But whenever it's off the stage, let's have fun, you know. And life's too serious anyway.
Definitely.
And the more jokes there is, and if you say my jokes touches you, great.
They're great.
I'm happy, you know. But you know, it's not that serious, you know. Let's just laugh.
Exactly. And then with your staging for the performance, you've got that big circular structure behind you, you've got the full suit. How do you feel when you're up on that stage? Is it a sense of empowerment when you're there delivering your vocals to such a big audience?
Oh, you just said it all. Yeah, that's the way it is. I feel great. The moment that we wanted to achieve on the stage is that whenever you meet yourself, and whenever it's there is no time, there is no, you know, specific place in space. So it's timeless, spaceless moment of meeting your own inner self.
Yeah. I feel like you're uniquely qualified to answer this question. It's a bit of a deeper one, but it is the Eurovision Song Contest, but more and more it's becoming about dance and becoming about movement on stage. So as someone who is both a very well-trained dancer and someone who's been around Eurovision for a long time now, how do you feel dance and Eurovision integrate together nowadays? Is it more than it used to be?
Yeah, I feel like we definitely see a trend, but also I feel like you cannot make every number a dance number. So it has to be authentic. And if it's authentic, it can be a ballad, it can be just standing there, sitting there, lying there, dancing 3 minutes, it can be whatever. But it's a very interesting trend, yeah, that's true.
And looking ahead to Thursday when you perform We Will Rave in the Malmö Arena, when you are doing your dance routine with the boys, what is the number one thing you feel? Is it like an exhilaration or a euphoria, something else?
Yeah, definitely getting lost in the moment, basically. Like, of course, I do have my checkpoints in the choreography where I'm like, okay, now this is important, now okay, this part is just fun, but then we have to focus here again. But there are just some run-throughs that you do when you forget about all of that, and that's usually when it clicks. And I do hope that I have this moment on Thursday and hopefully again on Saturday where, yeah, you just forget about all of those checkpoints and just enjoy the moment on stage.
And the one question I think everyone is asking about your song is, when the rehearsal clip went out and we saw the staging, I think everyone thought, wow, I mean, it looks fantastic. What was the process like of making that?
It's kind of crazy because we have just 10 days to do all the work,
Yes, and it was like crazy. But now that we just go on a stage for the first time, and now that we are reading the comments and the opinions of the fans, we are more than happy to almost die in these 10 days. Totally worth it. We are here and we are enjoying our travel a lot.
You revamped the original song Zemrandor into Titan in English. How was that change like for you, and do you think it was a good decision in the end?
I think it was a great decision. I do not know how it will turn out rankings-wise, but I can see. Yesterday I was in Copenhagen, for example, and all of the people could sing. Well, not all of them, but they could sing. The audiences could sing my song, and it was amazing for me. And I just wanted to be able to convey my message and the audience connect with it directly.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, Bessa. Song number 2 on Thursday. Are you excited?
Yes. So, well, I am excited. We are still rehearsing every day with my team, and we try to get everything right and make those little changes and going through every shot. And we are trying to do our best, but I would like to invite everybody the 9th of May to not miss me. Thank you for saying it. I'm second, which means they can vote 2 the 9th of May.
Number
and they
2.
will be voting for me.
It's lovely to see you again. So when we last saw each other in Stockholm, you were rehearsing the performance for the code. Now we've seen it, and there's all the balancing on the spinning disc going on. What was the process like rehearsing that and actually learning how to do that while still singing?
It was, I kind of compare it to like learning how to skateboard or how to ride a bike, you know? So you kind of have to get used to like the feeling. It took some time, it took some falls, but now I feel like it's kind of like, it's like my co-star almost, and we work together, you know? So it's amazing. I can't wait for everyone to see the performance. It's really dynamic. There's a lot going on, a lot of movement, and I'm excited to perform soon.
How are you feeling ahead of this week?
I'm feeling quite good, to be honest. It's like I've had enough sleep last night, and I'm feeling quite energized.
When we spoke to you at the national final, Das Deutsche Finale, I remember specifically you saying that there was a time where you thought that Eurovision was too big for you, that it wasn't something that you could imagine yourself doing. Now that you're here, have you put the two together? Can you see yourself within this contest, or is it still kind of surreal?
No, I feel very comfortable here, to be honest.
That's great.
It's like, you know, I mean, it is a lot of stress, but I just recognize that I can do that. You know?
Yeah.
Not only like the music part, but also like all the interview stuff and like talking to a lot of people and being all around here. And I kind of got the feeling that I nailed that.
You did. And looking ahead to Tuesday, there's been so much that's changed since Das Deutsche Finale with the performance of Always on the Run. You've now got the big house burning around you. I mean, how has it been to go through that process of coming up with the staging and refining the performance to get to this point now where you're ready to take it to the world?
It was very hard, to be honest. The first meeting, I was like, the whole team, they had ideas. I have no idea about visuals. I can do music, and I have no ideas about what is able on some sort of stage like that. And I was just opened, and I heard the ideas, and they gave me a lot of ideas. And the first meeting, I was like, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. And it was just so painful to say no to every idea they had. But then, time after time, with every new meeting, we had always just at least one more idea where I said, okay, I like that. We can go in that direction. And so with every new meeting, we just kind of found a way to the stage that we're looking for. And I'm really happy with the solution, absolutely.
Yeah. What did you first think when you saw the footage back for the first time?
When I saw what?
When you saw the footage, when you saw the staging on video?
It was absolutely crazy, but still we couldn't imagine how this is going to look like, because no matter what you see, you just have to add 100% tire on it, and it was like,
Old Eurovision
okay, that
rules.
looks really nice, but I have no idea what it will actually look like.
Well, it looks incredible, and Isaac will be on fire on Tuesday when he performs Always on the Run for Germany. Their fortunes are changing. Thank you so much, Isaac, for coming to chat to Eurovoix.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Thank you.